My name's Twitchen from Source Consultancy, and we've just launched a new product called environmentalcommunications.tv. I'll come back to that in a second. Some of the questions we were asked to think about, what is new media? I think new media is probably an old term now. Steve was correcting me earlier. We are, however, in an industry that is still kind of coming to terms with what perhaps a few years ago was new media. In particular, websites, and making websites very up to date. And making sure that they remain updated and they get updated frequently. But also there's a whole load of even faster moving products out there now, or interfaces if you like, whether it's Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn and all those sorts of things, where in theory they're a great way of getting messages out, and in practice they have to be updated even more frequently than even a fairly updated and up-to-date website would be. So for us there are a lot of challenges, particularly as these new forms of social media and social networking are used by campaigns, for example, whether it's in a negative or a positive context. They're sort of potentially powerful, but at the moment I think from a campaigning perspective it's hard to understand exactly what representativeness there is from social media, for example. So that's something that perhaps we can pick up in discussion. The other thing I just wanted to mention is that obviously what we're looking at is about more than just newspapers. It's not just about newspapers, it's about all forms of media. But people still are really hooked on newspapers. They're the things that they're there, you can hold them. But don't underestimate the power of the online version of those newspapers and all the blogging and social journalism, if you like, that goes on around stories on newspapers. So that's another aspect of new media, social media, and online elements that we at Source Consultancy are really trying hard to make sure we stay on top of. I think I'm off now. Okay, so just touching on the new product, environmentalcommunications.tv. Really, the reason we put it together was to try and bring to life press releases and press packs, press information in multimedia formats. So what people can do on environmentalcommunications.tv, particularly journalists, is they can go there and they can get a multimedia press pack, which has not just got the paper press release, it's also got the video content, it's got an audio. What that does is it brings the message to life. It helps people understand what the press release is trying to say, the emphasis. When you read something, it's very hard, without bold and underline, to emphasize something. When you deliver it, you can emphasize the key words, the things that you want people to hear. What it also does, and we think this is really important, is it enables people to, our clients for example, to really get across the fact that they're a good, safe bet as an interview. They're interesting, hopefully, their message is clear, they come across well on camera or in a radio interview, and therefore they're a good, safe bet. Journalists from all forms of media are under a lot of pressure. There are fewer journalists, fewer publications, more big groups doing stuff across larger areas at the local level and national level. And so for us, it's a great way of getting stuff into busy journalists who can say, while they're working, yeah, I like that, we'll go with those messages, I'll need to give these people a call and get my own footage, or use the high quality stuff that we're able to put on environmentalcommunications.tv. Finally, the other thing that it does is it filters out all the junk, hopefully, that's on things like Facebook or YouTube, and it brings to whoever wants to visit the site and is able to visit the site information that they would otherwise maybe stumble upon, trip over, or otherwise miss completely. So you can go there and you can get the information that's the best of the web that's available through our website. So that's the approach we're trying to take, and the views I think we've got at the current time to kick off the debate on new media.
Great.
Thank you.